I'm going to talk about the context that influenced the production and marketing and ultimate success of Black Panther in terms of the social cultural context and the industry context. Now, the film was, of course, released in 2018, and this was a highly charged moment in American history. And you could, of course, say, when isn't a highly charged moment in American history? In 2013, we had seen the arrival of the Black Lives Matter movement. In 2012, we'd had the death of Trayvon Martin. In 2014, we would have the deaths of Eric Garner and Michael Brown. In 2015, and this is a very familiar tragic litany of names, we would have the death of Sandra Bland. 2016, remember, when Beyonce's Formation arrives. So this was a moment of real bitterness and tension and division in American society. And it's into this moment that Disney and Marvel decide to introduce the first film in the sprawling and very, very successful Marvel Cinematic Universe series of films, a first film with a black hero, a black protagonist. And this partly explains why this film was seen not just as another film, another episode in the Marvel story, but something of, and this is a really good phrase to use in your answers, a cultural event. Now, when Disney, of course, acquired Marvel, we can see this as a perfect example of horizontal integration. A giant media conglomerate growing, swallowing up another company and becoming even more powerful in the process. The marketing of Black Panther does very much lean into that cultural moment. Think about the way in which the film represents Wakanda, this sort of stylized, futuristic version of Africa that kind of levels up, redresses the balance, if you like, in representations of Africa as something savage, a dark coast that it had been seen as in many depictions in the past. We had, of course, a leading actor, and in fact many stars of the film, American and English, high-profile black actors that again give us that positive range of representations that was so essential to the marketing and success of the film. There was a great video that went viral at the time of the film's release when Chadwick Boseman appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and a succession of audience members after watching the film, all of them black, just spoke about how important the film had been to them, what the film meant to them. Unbeknown to them, of course, that listening in and about to step from behind the curtain was Chadwick Boseman himself. But this video just underlined how the marketing of this film was about the film's cultural importance as much as it was about the film as just another Marvel superhero flick. But of course, when you have the might of Disney and Marvel, and of course not just horizontal integration, but vertical integration, they of course own the streaming platform Disney Plus, on which you can watch the film. So therefore, ultimately, they are also in charge not just of the production of the film, but of the distribution of the film. Now, they, of course, used a marketing strategy that they defined as 360-degree marketing. In other words, coming at you from every angle and making this film absolutely ubiquitous and unavoidable. Wherever you turn, you saw Black Panther in those months leading up to the release of the film. So we start with a teaser trailer that is first premiered during a high-profile NBA game, NBA being basketball if you don't speak American sporting acronyms. We had another teaser trailer that was shown at Comic-Con where all of the cast, or the majority of the cast, including all the stars, and director Ryan Coogler appeared, again showing the way in which the film was marketed to appeal to a whole range of audiences, from the pre-sold Marvel fans to just a general American audience, but again with that heavy emphasis on the African American community who perhaps wouldn't often be sold a Marvel film in this way. We had examples of synergy. We had advertising tie-ins, one of the most high profile with Lexus cars, and an advert that was screened during the Super Bowl. And again, that meaning, of course, a moment when every advert gets that extra boost in terms of its profile. Another example of synergy, we had the fact that the soundtrack to the album was curated by the rapper Kendrick Lamar. Another way in which the film underlined, the marketing of the film underlined that promotion of black excellence. This was more than just another exercise in film marketing. It was about culture, it was about representation, and ultimately, of course, this all leads to huge success for the film, which took over $1 billion at the box office and left a pretty significant cultural footprint as well, as we can see in the fact that we've since had Black Panther Wakanda Forever, though tragically without its original star. So I hope that gives you some clues as to what you could write in terms of audience, marketing, etc. when it comes to Black Panther on your exam. See you soon.